Financial Freedom by 30. My Journey and Steps You Can Take. Imagine waking up one day without the weight of financial worries. No bosses, no deadlines, just you, your goals, and a life you control. It sounds unreal, doesn't it? But what if I told you it's not only possible but achievable by 30? Today, I'm breaking down exactly how I got there and the steps you can take, starting right now. Now, if you're thinking great another get-rich-quick pitch, let me stop you. This journey isn't easy. It'll require sacrifice, discipline, and making choices that your future self will thank you for. But if you stick with me, I'll show you the exact blueprint that took me from broke to financially free before hitting 30. My journey didn't start with wealth. Far from it. Picture a post-college me, staring at student loan statements, credit card bills, and realizing that I was practically buried under debt. That fear knowing that I'd be stuck in this cycle of paycheck to paycheck living unless I made a drastic change. And here's where things got real. One day, I stumbled across a statistic that floored me. Only 4% of people reach financial freedom by 30. Let that sink in. 4%. And yet, I couldn't stop thinking. Why can't I be part of that 4%? So, I made a decision. Why not you? DEP. The decision was simple. I was going to become financially free, and I gave myself exactly 7 years to get there. But I knew this required a plan. A rock-solid, no excuses plan. Step 1. Ruthless budgeting. I started with my expenses, and let me tell you, nothing was safe. From cutting out needless subscriptions to tracking every dollar, I became obsessed with budgeting. At first, this felt extreme, like I was sacrificing my life for an imaginary future. But here's a question. Asterisk, what's worse? Temporary sacrifice or lifelong struggle? Asterisk, for me, the choice was clear. Step 2. Earning more. Side hustles. Now, I wasn't going to become financially free just by saving pennies, so I needed to boost my income. I took on side hustles, from freelancing to flipping items online. My weekends were no longer for relaxing, they were for investing in my future self. And yes, it felt like a grind, but as my bank account grew, so did my motivation. And then, just when I thought I was doing everything right, I realized there was one thing missing. Something crucial that could make or break my entire plan. Any guesses? Step 3. Investing smart. Savings are great, but to truly grow wealth, I needed to make my money work for me. This is where investing came in. I started small with just $100, but I quickly realized the power of compound growth. Each dollar I put away was quietly working behind the scenes, multiplying itself year over year. And here's the kicker, I was using compound growth to my advantage, making every dollar count. If you haven't started investing yet, don't worry. I've got a video on my channel that'll show you how to get started with just $100. The reward, financial freedom. So after years of budgeting, earning, and investing, the day finally came. I remember checking my accounts, seeing that number, and realizing I had enough. Enough to cover my life without working another day. And the relief, the freedom, indescribable. Right? But this is real. I'm living it, and if I can do it, so can you. Transition to call to action. So where do you start? It's simple. Begin with what you have, even if it's just $100. In fact, I've got a full guide on how to invest with just $100 that breaks down everything, step by step. Click on the screen, and let's get you started on your own journey to financial freedom. Remember, every small step counts.